first vlog. I am feeling better. I've been sick for about 2 weeks. I've still had to maintain my full schedule as best as I could. Honestly, I couldn't have done it without Rio because he helped me teach. And then in the midst of all that, I've been preparing for a show that's tonight. Oh, and it's my first solo performance. I've been dancing for like 20 years or so, and I've been teaching since I was about 16 years old. I've set a lot of pieces, I've performed a lot. Never like solo performance, but I'm doing that tonight, and I'm speaking from the heart. It's gonna be like a personal piece about an ex situation. I just get excited about talking about my stories, because I really feel like my stories can help people. I wrote a letter to someone that I used to be in a relationship with, and I use that as a piece, because I have a blog where I write letters to whoever the hell I feel like writing a letter to. And so I'm turning one of those letters into a performance, which is what I intended to do with that blog eventually. I just didn't think it was gonna happen this fast. Oh man, I just realized this has been plugged into this iPad for the whole time. I wonder if y'all can hear this. Okay, I was reading it, so I'm good. Okay, time to eat. Oh, I just woke up the cats. Oof. They're not happy. They're like, excuse me. I did this song with Twan. This is a very special song to me. He and I we've always vibed. Like, every time I hear this, I go back to drums. That performance talked about my divorce. I'll link that below. If you guys want to check it out. Brush folio. Setting spray that's about to be done. This is my favorite one. Milani blush. I use a lot of Wet n Wild. Oof! I gotta go. Alright, I gotta catch this train. Alright, I'm at the studio now. Won't be able to film too much during the class because this is it's competition, and we are not allowed to release choreography basically until season's over. So, but this is the studio. Alright, so I'm done doing my makeup. I had to skip basically the 2 hours that I taught at the studio because both classes were competition classes, and I can't show the choreography. And now Rio's over here. He's over here being obnoxious. But yeah, I just finished my makeup. Now I'm about to do my hair. I brought my whole life with me. Boom. Okay.
I just came by to say what's up. I have to go do another gig, but I'm around the corner.
Okay.
So I figured let me come stop by and say what's up to you.
Okay.
You know, make sure everything was good. So.
Yes.
Alright.
Thank
So do
you
you
for
think
coming. Oh my God, Moses came by to say what up. I'm as ready. I said, you know what I'm saying?
Just talk to us.
Dear Correctional Officer, I want to talk about this thorn in my side. I don't have anything against her, but the bush you two were blooming was 10 years in the making. I knew I'd get stuck. Your roots with her branched out beyond our time spent together. Our time moved beyond meter, too fast to be measured. Rooted to her, you let me trip over your shared memories and experiences, leaving me stumbling and jealous. You flaunted your connection with her in my face every chance you got. You didn't even realize how that pushed me away. Scramblers, That's how they define the movement of a rose. Scrambled you were. A friend from a few years back moves within a week of my big move, and we vow to reconnect and catch up in this new city we call home. Within months, he manages to not only show me, but completely convince me that he's the better man for me. I asked you to spend time with me and take me exploring, and he happily obliged without me asking him to. You played games with me.
Maybe I'm supposed to lie, maybe I'm not too good at saying goodbyes, gotta get better. Maybe I'm supposed to break down, I'm willing to fake how you're making me feel, tell me whatever. Somehow I thought I could build with you, I thought it was real with you. I'm doubting myself now, I don't really know. I tell myself that every day, maybe we'll survive. Maybe it's a lie. But I know you won't do right, so I gotta get back to life. Back to life. Back to reality. Back to life. I love you even though you ain't good for me.
You played games with me, put me in a rose garden maze, had me running around in circles for a prize at the exit that was never even there. Being your woman and knowing in my spirit that there's another bitch lurking infuriated me. I noticed immediately the way she looked at me from the moment we met. And what made things worse was that you flat out denied any connection. You said that you had never looked at her in that way, and that you wouldn't be surprised if she had a thing for you, and my intuition was picking up on her vibes. Bullshit. My intuition is too strong for me to believe your oblivious and naive explanations. It's just as strong as yours. You danced our love away every time you danced with her, and now I know that what we had could have never survived with her in the picture. What did you see in her? Maybe her breasts drew you in? I remember you making comments about my body more than once, telling me that you're a brother and you like curves, but you chose to see past that with me, as if that's supposed to be a compliment. Did you ever compare us? We both understand your quirks and we can see past all your flaws and your self-centered ways. Oh, and before I forget, apparently we both wear the same scent. Last time I saw her and leaned in for a hug, she was wearing the same scent I wore when I was with you. I had never smelled that on her before. She's your pacifier. I was the opposite. I forced you to become accountable. I sparked passion, lust, love, creativity, and yes, even anger. I guess it makes sense for you two to be together. But I'll be nice and keep my theory of why you two make a good couple to myself. He came into my life not to rip me from your arms in our fantasy world, but to rescue me from this mental prison that I was in. This prison that you put me in, doomed to a sentence you only knew the length of. I know better now.
Hold me stunning in your new thing. Got your curvy side, bitches like some loose change. I made you my new flame. I've been riding with you. Don't you remember when I told you I would stay down? Not going backwards, but maybe I need a break now before I break down. Work so hard, it's so hard, baby, to let it fall apart, fall apart. So I gotta get back to reality, back to life, back to reality, back to life. I love you even though you ain't good for me. Now I just gotta get back, babe. off my mind. And you can have them other bitches, 'cause I'm not the jealous type. I used to think it was me, but it's your own insecurities. You know that I love you. Crazy thing is, you think that I'll never leave. So I gotta get back to life, back to reality. So I gotta get back to life, get back to me. Back to life, back to reality. Back to life, back to reality. I love you even though you ain't good for me.
Was I just your charity case? You dangled everything in my face like a carrot when I started to leave the house to spend time with him. You dangled your compassion in my face, your love, your energy, and your time. Even after we went our separate ways, you still dangled false hope. Then you gave it all to her. You kept me in this prison until you decided I wasn't interesting anymore, until she appeared before you in a new light. All this time, I could have really invested my time and energy in him. Yet your grasp was so strong and your words were so powerful, you left me in no man's land, wondering when I'd be free again. You told me he and I wouldn't last. You told me he wouldn't be able to fulfill me. You told me you still saw a future together. I believed so much of what you'd say to me, and these words I also believed. And these words kept part of me from committing to him for so long, until the day you told me you were pursuing her, not even realizing what you'd been doing to me this whole time. You made me run through this rose garden maze, looking for my prize and the way out as I kept pricking myself on these thorns. You couldn't make a definitive choice, and you didn't allow me to either until you felt like it. Once you found a new shiny object, that was it for me. I danced to the beat of your being for so long, but you stopped dancing to mine as soon as she entered the cipher. You have the power to heal, but you also have the power to harm. Don't ever do this to any woman ever again. I forgive you. I'm setting you free now. She can take you, because I can finally dance to a new rhythm in a new cipher with a beat that was created just for me. I forgive you. I forgive you. Sincerely, and now truly liberated, Lady X.